Where are I? Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good evening on this April day, 2018. Welcome along. We will show you soon a presentation of ASEA. We think it's exciting. Hope you do too. So tighten your seatbelts and here we go. It was about 3 years ago today, actually, that Dan Doyle visited my house to tell me all about ASEA. The day before, I had actually hurt my right foot very badly, and I was taken to a medical practitioner who diagnosed it with having 3 hairline fractures. It was about twice the normal size when Dan saw me the next day, and it was also excruciating, if not impossible, to put any weight or to walk on it. So when Dan visited the house, I'm sitting back on the lounge with my foot up on the coffee table, and he came in and he said that we've got 2 products. He said one is a liquid which will help you from the inside out, and the other one is a gel which will help you from the outside in. He said, "Can I put this on your foot?" And I said, "Of course." So he put it on my foot, and to my utter amazement, in no more than 15 minutes, the foot shrank to its normal size. And I stood up and gingerly put my weight on it and found, once again, quite miraculously, I had no pain. And the pain never came back. So whatever was wrong with it, it cured it within 15 minutes. So I said to Dan, I said, "Look, we don't have to talk anymore. You've proven your point. Join us up." And so that's how we started in ASEA. Akiko and I have enjoyed many other results from these products since that time. And, I had a really bad cough that it fixed over a period of time. But another thing that I had, I developed a growth on the end of my elbow, which was bright red and about the size of a ping pong ball. 2 doctors told me that they could surgically remove it, which I didn't go along with. Instead, I used Renew 28, and in a matter of 2 weeks, the growth disappeared. What I love about ASEA is the ethos and integrity of the corporation, its founders and directors, Vertus and Tyler Norton. Although I see myself primarily as an accountant, I've got a very large accounting business which I still operate today in the city of Penrith. And so I see myself more as an accountant than a direct marketer. But over the years, in the last 20 years, I have been blessed enough to manage to become the top money earner in 2 other organisations in Australia. Both of them, unfortunately for myself, came crashing down because of mismanagement and lack of integrity by the corporation that headed it. I myself have seen many other companies too, based with home-based businesses that have also folded. So it's very important to me to have leaders that you can trust. And I have never known any companies that I've seen in this type of industry that promote ethos and integrity as much as done in ASEA. So I really admire them for that. And personally, I trust them to continue doing the same, to protect us, the distributors, because I don't want to lose the money that I was unfortunate enough to lose in the past. ASEA, of course, is the global leader in redox signalling-based health and anti-aging technologies. After 10 years of research, the products were launched into the market in 2010. The company since then has enjoyed significant growth every year. It's financially strong and profitable, with sales expected to exceed 100 million this year. And the company is perfectly positioned ahead of the growth that will come in the next 3 years in the health, wellness and anti-aging industries. We are in 3 of the world's largest industries: health, beauty and athletic performance. These industries combined in the world today produce more than $4 trillion worth of sales each year. Currently, there are over 30 different countries in ASEA with growth great growth expected, especially in the Southeast Asian markets, which were launched very recently. These countries include Hong Kong, the Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand, and Singapore. The growth of the ASEA manifests from their amazing products, where with the liquid you feel better, as Dan said when he first met me, you feel better from the inside out, and with the application of gel from the outside in. The scientific validation of these products increases daily, with over 14,000 published reports from hospitals, doctors and universities. There have been 4 Nobel Prizes awarded for those who research redox signalling molecule, the basis of ASEA's products. Akiko will now take you through a short PowerPoint presentation. I'll do it. We go.
ASEA is the greatest scientific and medical breakthrough of our time. After extensive research, laboratory testing, and millions of dollars, a team of scientists achieved the impossible. They stabilized redox signaling molecules outside of the body in perfect balance, as they are found in healthy cells. ASEA's patented 3-step processes are: step 1, they use pristine salt water, same as found inside your cells. Step 2, salt water is broken down into free floating atoms. Step 3, atoms are restructured into stabilized redox signaling molecules. Redox signaling molecules are vital to life and health, naturally produced inside every cell, detect cell damage so they can be repaired or replaced, increase the cell's production of glutathione, the most powerful antioxidant that protects against cell damage and oxidative stress. Fundamental for the immune system, protecting against harmful bacteria, viruses, and infection. Helps to maintain the elasticity of the lining of our blood vessels within our vascular system during changes in blood pressure.
As we age, our cells produce fewer and fewer of these molecules every year. Excuse me. When we reach the age of maturity, of puberty, our balance is just right. We've just got the right amount of redox signaling molecules to our cells. But unfortunately, because of the ravages and the pollutions of the 21st century that we live in, our bodies tend to deteriorate. You see, just about, you can't get anything from the supermarket these days that really isn't a poison. Or we have acid rain, and our very computers that we use tend to damage our body and fill our bodies up with mercury, for instance, and I could really go on and on there. So therefore, what we have when we're at the age of puberty is fine. But then as our bodies tend to deteriorate, our cells tend to be damaged, and there's just not enough redox signaling molecules to do the work required to rejuvenate and repair our cells. So we're now about to tell you what the solution to this may well be. It is, of course, redox signaling molecules. There's a lot of scientific validation, as I said earlier, really, for ASEA, but recently an independent company, Turret Laboratories, was engaged to conduct a gene study on ASEA's redox product. This company is based in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the company provides premium genetic laboratory services to researchers of medical genetics. It's headed by Dr. Kenneth Ward, its president and founder, who is a professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and human genetics. He's chairman of the Department of Women's Health at the University of Hawaii and founded the University of Utah's DNA Diagnostic Laboratory, a highly credible man. So what were the results? Well, the company, using double-blind placebo techniques on 60 people with an average age of 35, conducted a gene study over an 8-week period in regard to the effects of ASEA redox. Through signalling pathways, our cells are directed by our genes. Without these pathways, they would not be able to perform their life-sustaining tasks. Results showed an incredible 20 to 31% improvement in the signalling pathways of each and every participant. So what are these 5 major gene signalling pathways? Let's break it down. They are your natural immune system, your inflammation reduction, cardiovascular system, digestive system, and hormones. So here we have a product all in one bottle that can help each and every one of those different signalling pathways. And don't forget that every one of those was increased by between 20 and 31% in every participant. The Huffington Post wrote an article in June the 13th, 2016, and they said there are 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in the coming years. So what were they? Well, number 1 was organic electronics. Number 2, nutrigenomics. Number 3, synthetic biology. And number 5, neuromorphic engineering. Whoops, I left out number 4. What was that, do you think? Let's find out. It is, of course, redox signaling technology. And they said this new technology is emerging that inserts healthy redox signaling molecules into your body, helping to repair and replenish your aging cells. Now, there's only one company in the world that has redox signaling technology. That company, of course, is ASEA, the world's first and only redox signaling supplement. Top athletes use ASEA. And here's just 2 that got medals in the Rio Games, Breja Larson and Cody Miller, and also Eddie Hall, who was known as the world's strongest man. And why do they take it? Well, these people, together with thousands of others, find that ASEA contains no banned substances and empowers athletes to experience remarkable improvements in their endurance, their strength, their recovery, and mental stamina.
ASEA is the only place in the world where you can get these exclusive breakthrough certified products. It's certified by BioAgilytix, who is the world leader in bioanalysis of molecules. It's proven 100% safe, non-toxic, native to the body, gluten-free, cruelty-free, clinically tested, quality assured, no parabens, no artificial colors, no animal-based ingredients, no sulfates, no propylene glycol, products you can trust. Renew 28 is whole body therapy at the cellular level. Simple, safe, proven, affordable, and effective. Only 4 simple ingredients: water, sodium chloride, sodium magnesium fluorosilicate, monosodium phosphate. Renew Advanced is the most advanced face and whole body revitalizing skincare system available, and only redox signaling skincare system in the world. The Renew 28 and Intensive Redox Serum provide redox signaling molecules for the skin. The cleanser and moisturizer rejuvenates the skin and increases the effect of Renew 28 and the redox serum.
And it's not just for women. I mean, I use these products as well. I use the cleanser as a shaving cream because it foams up, and after I finish my shave, I have a shower, wash it up under the shower, and then I put on the Renew 28 and later on the moisturizer. I might add that Akiko and I didn't always look this beautiful, and I say that in jest, but really and truly, we get compliments all the time on how much people say that we look younger than we did before, and the next month I'll be 77 and Akiko at the moment is 61. So I don't know about you, but I do think we look a little bit younger than our age. And we put that down to, of course, the Renew products. And Akiko did tell you that there are only 4 items in Renew 28, but most cosmetics are very, very unhealthy, and there is a great cover-up in the marketing of them. And I believe it won't be long before we see a lot of publicity criticising the cosmetics that women are expected to put on their face. Some, for instance, are toxic, others cause biological mutation, that can cause reproductive complications and cause tumours, whereas Renew 28 contains 0 harmful chemicals.
Renew 28 was tested by and awarded the coveted 5-star stamp of approval from the Dermatist Research Institute, a respected global company based in Germany. The tests were performed using high-resolution cameras and showed amazing results. Its unique patented redox technology and independent clinical studies over 4 weeks showed 16% increase in skin cell renewal, 23% increase in smoothness, 23% reduction in wrinkles, 20% improvement in elasticity, and amazing 50% increase in blood flow. That means more oxygen is supplied to the area where you put Renew 28 on. So it makes sense when you apply it 3 times over 5 minutes. Quite often people say, pain or stiffness that they experienced is quite often reduced or gone. 100% safe and non-toxic.
Here's in those tests, here's the picture of a young lady who had a scar on her nose since the age of 3, but after 28 days, scar's gone. Here's a young man that's obviously got a severe skin problem, and after 28 days, it hasn't gone completely, but gee, what an improvement. This is a lady called Rosie that comes from Austin, Texas, and her medical practitioner took a photograph of her and advised her to use Renew 28. After 28 days, she rang him and said, look, I want to cancel the order. It's not doing any good for me at all. He said, well, come and see me. So she came and saw him, and he took another photograph of her, and that's the photograph. Needless to say, she kept on. She didn't cancel the order, and she keeps on using it. That's why when we ask someone to join and they use Renew 28, we really advise them to take a photograph of themselves and just have a look at the difference after 28 days. The results can be absolutely amazing. This is a man called Marty, which we have met, and he was a scientific veterinary surgeon, and he decided to make a scientific test on himself, and he just put it on half his face. Here he is now. I kind of think that after that his wife asked him to sleep on a different side of the bed so she could wake up to a younger man. Just joking. This is another doctor who's got a severe skin condition, and after 28 days you can see the difference. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, aren't they? This is a rather cheeky lady, and after 6 weeks, gone. This is another lady with obviously a problem on her legs, and after 28 days, wow, what a difference. And this is another lady with what I would call tuck shop lady arms, and I find this incredible. Look at the difference. How much younger do you think that would make her? So the point is, Renew 28, where it can be used for cosmetic reasons, it's not only can be applied to the face, but really the whole body. And this is somebody with stretch marks, and after 28 days, well, the difference speaks for itself.
Is it placebo? Animals can't have placebo effect, can they? This is my friend's cat. The cat had flea infestation, but after applying Renew 28 for 14 days, it healed, like the photo on the right. And recently, I heard from a lady, her story. Her dog came home with damaged leg, was limping and was in agony. She took the dog to a vet, and the vet said, I don't know what's going on. I have to do emergency surgery, open up the leg, and do reconstruction. It could cost $5,000 or even $12,000, and he can't guarantee the result. The leg might have to be amputated. So she said, wait a minute, I'd like to do something else first. And so she applied Renew 28 on her dog's leg for 30 days, and then it healed. So she saved $5,000 or $12,000 of vet's bill, and of course saved his life too.
As well, of course.
This is a photo of Geoff when he went to Thailand, and he fell off the stairs, and he took a selfie then. 2 days later, when he came back, his bruise was extended to his chin, and I thought, oh, this is Phantom of the Opera. Oh my God. But after applying Renew 28 for 28 days, he improved like this on the right photo.
As I fell down the stairs, I thought, well, how can I protect my body and my limbs? Well, the best thing to do to land on was my face. I'd like to now tell you about a brand new product that's just been launched, which is called Via Source. Now, redox, of course, is the labour force. That's its job is to help all our cells, and so we need a lot of labour for that, hence redox signaling molecules. The source is the materials, that is the nutrition. Now, one can't work without the other. There's no point having a lot of nutrition if you haven't got the redox signaling molecules to put it in the right direction, and there's not much use having a labour force unless you've got the materials, e.g. the nutrition, to work with. So why do we need nutrition? Well, our soils have been very simple, our soils have been over-farmed. This means our plants are depleted of nutrients, and unfortunately, when you eat depleted nutrients, we become sick. It's as simple as that. So the Via Source, it's a whole food-based micronutrient supplement that provides optimal support for cellular health and wellness. It's designed to work in tandem with ASEA Redox. There are three major qualities with Via Source. One, the quality of the ingredients. There's no synthetics, it's 100% organic, plant-based, and it's made from whole foods. Number two, the biodiversity of the ingredients. It doesn't make sense, if you think about it, to have just one fruit or vegetable. Products are sourced from ancient plants and sea vegetation in pristine areas. And three, the bioavailability of ingredients. Most vitamins are too difficult to digest, therefore they don't really do us much good. But through a bioamplified absorption process, we can get the most out of each nutrient. If we take, and it's recommended, we take 4 tablets every day, then our daily allowance is enhanced by 100% in regard to vitamins A, C, D3, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, and 100% of selenium, chromium, and manganese. Look at also of our daily allowance, we get 70% from it of vitamin E, 40% of calcium and zinc, 28% of iron, and 28% of magnesium. But I must let you know that it's not for resale at this stage, so we can only use this for ourselves. We can't sell it to anyone else, but however, as a distributor self, there's no problem. You can get it and use it yourself. So what's actually in it? Well, there's 24 whole superfoods, and they are alfalfa, barley grass, oatgrass, wheatgrass, pomegranates, raspberry, maquaberry, grape, goji berry, cranberry, blueberry, blackcurrant, blackberry, paya, acerola, chlorella, spirulina, broccoli, fecal, cabbage, kale, parsley, dandelion, and dulse, all in one tablet. Amazing. So what's that mean? Well, you get all this from one bottle. It's certified organic, it's non-GMO, gluten-free, 100% vegan, and patented absorption complex. Wow. ASEA has really come up with the goods by introducing us to this product. There's nothing else like it on the market. So to join ASEA, how much does it cost? Well, it costs $67 to get the welcome kit, which includes printed and digital brochures, a Renew 28 sample tube, a mini drink bottle, ASEA website access, your own back office, position in the compensation plan, and allows purchases at wholesale prices. Of course, when you buy the welcome kit, you would want to buy some products as well. And you have a number of options. One is to buy 4 Renew 28 tubes, and that would cost you $206. Or you could buy 4 bottles, which would give you $199. Or you have other options, such as a personal combo, which is bottles and tubes, which would cost you $301. And you have other options too. You can buy the entrepreneurial pack or business packs, and which means that you buy far more tubes or far more bottles, and obviously the more you buy, the more you purchase. Like anything else, the cheaper it becomes. But I would advise you to talk this over with your sponsor or the person that asked you to look at this tonight, and they will advise you to see what's best suits you for whatever your needs may be and whatever your budget may allow. When I first joined ASEA, I thought, gee, as an accountant, people are going to ask me how much money you can make. And so I decided to try and work something out. This is what I came up with. I wrote down 34 months. And then I said, well, let's say that you put one person on your weaker leg. We have 2 legs, but I won't explain that too much now. You have 2 legs. But let's say you put one person on your weaker leg, and that you increase that by 25% every month. What would that look like? Well, you start off with 1, and then after a while it gets to 2, and eventually when you get to month 34, you'd have 1,573 people in your business. But as I said, I think I was wildly optimistic when I did this, thinking that a business would increase by 25% every month. I don't know any businesses that do that, but I was doodling with paper, so forgive me. And then I thought, well, okay, with that number of people in your weak leg, what rank would you achieve in the ASEA organisation? And I could work that out, and this is what I wrote down. You don't have to worry too much now what they mean, but it does mean that you would be diamond at month 34 with 1,573 people in your business. Knowing what your rank was, I could find out what the average person earned that had that rank. And then I wrote that down beside those numbers. And that meant if you're a bronze executive, you'd earn $2,579 a month. And if you were a diamond, it would be $18,326. Yes, that's per month. Now, as I said, that seems wildly optimistic. But do you know, we achieved that at month 20. So we more than doubled an increase of 25% per month. I'm not sure, I think there are 9 or 10 diamonds now in Australia. And to my knowledge, each of those has achieved diamond in 34 months or less, which means that every one of them has done better than an increase of 25% per month. And does that mean that Akiko and I have done amazing things, gone and found 1,573 people? No, not at all. Over the 3 years, or nearly 3 years, we have introduced about 60 people. That's all, which is not a lot to make this kind of money at the month 34. Now, I'm not saying everybody can do that. Some would do it with less, some could do it with more. But all I can tell you is that's what we did, and we've been blessed with the rewards. And all I can say is, as an accountant, I've never seen a business as grow as this. So all I can say is, wow. Now, we need to say that this presentation is brought to you by an independent ASEA Associates and not ASEA the company. The ASEA product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or health condition. So join the team now, enjoy better health, make money, and have some fun. And you do it. Quick, I'm not finished. God, I haven't finished. Sorry. So live younger, longer. And next Wednesday, listen to Justin and Nicole who are ambassador diamonds. So thanks very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. And as all we can say, finish up with join ASEA and live younger, longer. Good evening. You're doing a great job.